I'm astonished, appalled and disgusted by the amount of people who have come out to defend Thomas Partey since his charges were revealed at the end of last week. Look at this as an example. If you're a man or you have a male in your family and you don't support Thomas Partey, you are a fool. Mendy lost a career and spent time in prison due to a false accusation. In this video, I'm going to explain why just being found not guilty in a court of law does not mean that it's a false allegation. To be charged and then found guilty of these particular type of accusations is the hardest thing to be found guilty of, particularly when you are a rich man with powerful lawyers. This is an article written by someone from the Arsenal Supporters Against Sexual Violence group, and that is more what people should be thinking about. When it comes to these accusations, people jumping on the bandwagon of, he's just a famous man with money, so women are coming out and pretending that they have been by this person to try and get money, that is just not true. And I'll explain to you why. Because in a court of law, you don't get any money if the man is found guilty. You don't. That would be if you sue them and take them to civil case. And let me explain this to you. In a court of law, to be found guilty, it has to be by all 12 jurors and beyond reasonable doubt. That makes it incredibly difficult, especially when, like I said, you have unbelievable lawyers able to pick holes in things. However, in a civil case, it doesn't have to be beyond reasonable doubt. It just has to be beyond 50%. If you're above 50% of people in the civil trial thinking that you are guilty, you are found guilty. And that is why people's suggestions that these women are doing it for material gain are absolutely wrong. If they were doing it for material gain, they would just sue and make it a civil case. And here's a perfect example. This is how they ruined my boy Mason Greenwood. The average woman is not a good person, especially when there's some material thing involved. Mason Greenwood was recorded on audio by his girlfriend threatening to her because she'd rejected him in the bedroom. It was on audio, we all heard it. The only reason his charges were dropped is because she chose to withdraw her statement, and after that they got married. Now, we don't know what happened there, but I would say at the very least some pressure was put on that woman to withdraw her statement. It has nothing to do with people ruining Mason Greenwood. It's got nothing to do with women being not good people. I'm sorry, but the reality is this. 3 separate women, none of whom knew each other, have all accused Thomas Partey of the same thing. And in fact, there was a 4th woman who had screenshots of messages between herself and Thomas Partey where he basically admitted to it, and that case was thrown out because it happened in a